Islam did not emerge in a peaceful world. It came at a time when power had replaced justice, when the weak were ignored, and when responsibility had lost its meaning. To understand Islam, one must first understand the problem it came to solve. To understand why Islam was revealed, one must begin by asking a simple question. Where was humanity standing at that moment? At the time Islam emerged, the world was experiencing a deep moral crisis, not only in the Arabian Peninsula, but more broadly as well. Power had taken precedence over justice. Societies were built around interest rather than fairness. People spoke of God, yet belief had not become a principle that shaped daily life. In the Arabian Peninsula, this situation was even more visible. Tribal identity defined everything. Strong tribes were protected while the weak were ignored. Women had no social or legal status. Orphans were left unprotected. Poverty was accepted as fate. Human life, especially the life of the powerless, was treated as cheap. Islam emerged precisely in this environment. From its earliest messages, the Quran emphasized that human beings are not left without purpose. This was not merely a metaphysical claim, it was a direct warning about how life should be lived. The Quran says, "Does man think that he will be left without responsibility?" Quran Al-Qiyamah 75:36. This verse summarizes Islam's fundamental approach. According to Islam, life is not random. Everything that is done has a consequence. A person's actions affect not only themselves, but also their surroundings and society. For this reason, responsibility stands at the center of Islam. Faith in Islam is not merely an intellectual acceptance. Faith is a consciousness that must turn into action. It is not a coincidence that the Quran consistently mentions belief alongside righteous deeds. In Islam, belief cannot be separated from life. Prayer is the clearest example of this understanding. Prayer is not simply the repetition of specific movements, it is stopping 5 times a day. It is a conscious pause within the flow of life. It reminds a person of themselves and of what they are doing. The Quran expresses this clearly. Indeed, prayer restrains from immorality and wrongdoing. Quran Al-Ankabut 29:45. The emphasis here is not on form, but on result. The purpose of prayer is to transform the individual. Charity or zakat follows the same logic. Zakat is not a system established merely to support the poor. It is a balancing mechanism designed to prevent wealth from accumulating in the hands of a few. Islam views wealth not as absolute ownership, but as a trust. The Quran expresses this perspective clearly. And in their wealth there is a right for the needy and the deprived. Quran At-Dariyat 51:19. This statement shows that assistance is not a favor but a responsibility. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, further clarified this understanding with the following statement. He is not one of us whose stomach is full while his neighbor is hungry. This saying demonstrates that Islam does not settle for personal piety alone, but places social responsibility at its core. One of the reasons Islam was revealed was to prevent people from worshiping power and status. At that time, people worshipped idols, but the real idols were power, lineage, and wealth. These were seen as measures of absolute superiority. Islam rejected this understanding at its root. The Quran states, "Indeed, the most honored of you in the sight of God is the most righteous among you." Quran Al-Hujurat 49:13. This verse was revolutionary for its time. For the first time, a religion evaluated people not by lineage, race, or wealth, but by moral consciousness. Islam was also revealed to regulate the inner world of the human being. Arrogance, anger, selfishness, and greed, when left unchecked, damage both individuals and societies. Islam does not seek to eliminate these emotions, but to discipline them. The Prophet, peace be upon him, expressed this clearly. The strong person is not the one who overcomes others in wrestling, but the one who controls himself when angry. This statement reflects how realistically Islam approaches human psychology. Islam does not demand perfect people. It asks for conscious and honest individuals. In Islam, justice is not a concept limited to courts. Justice applies in trade, within families, in governance, and in everyday life. The Quran is explicit on this matter. Do not let hatred toward a people cause you to be unjust. Be just. That is closer to righteousness. Qur'an-Al-Ma'idah 5:8. This verse emphasizes that justice is not conditional. According to Islam, justice stands above emotions and personal interests. Another purpose of Islam's revelation is to regulate the human being's relationship with themselves. When a person sees themselves as the center of existence, they exceed their limits. Islam reminds the human being of both their value and their boundaries. The Quran expresses this balance clearly. Indeed, we created man in the best form. Quran, Atin 95:4. And at the same time, indeed, man is ever hasty. Quran, Al-Isra 17:11. When these two verses are read together, Islam's view of humanity becomes clear. The human being is valuable but not flawless. In conclusion, Islam was not revealed to frighten humanity but to awaken it. It reminds people that life is not random, that every action has a consequence, and that human beings are responsible both to themselves and to those around them. Islam does not offer a complex philosophy. It presents a simple yet profound principle. Faith becomes real when it finds expression in life.